Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! The following video will contain spoilers from the Flash episode Borrowing Problems from the Future. If you're not wanting to be spoiled or anything ruined for you, please stop watching now. For everybody else here, Dave here. Hey guys. You have to excuse me. Weather's been changing on and off quite a bit here, so my allergies are driving me bonkers. Also, I would have done this video a little bit sooner, but surprise, surprise. Last night, after weeks of waiting, what happens in my region for the Flash? The picture comes on, but there's no sound for the first several minutes. Ticked me off. So, after politely complaining about it, and being one of the few people that actually did, they managed to get it fixed, so that's good. So I watched it again today on demand. So, Barry has been having a lot of nightmares because of his vision for what happened with Iris in the future. Now people are wanting to talk to me. Everyone's really excited about my new video coming back on. Anyway, so he's having nightmares about it. He's trying to reassure Iris. A fire gets called up on the alarm. He and Wally go to check it out, and using his know-how, he manages to finally put a bit of the fire out to rescue a guy, which he's grateful that the Flash helped, but he's a little iffy about the guy in the yellow. He's wondering why he just stood back and did nothing. He was unaware that Wally has orders to watch and observe, and only help out when Barry asks him to. Well, while he's trying to get his footing going on, a lot is happening. Caitlin is freaking out about her power. She tries to go to Julian about trying to find a way to cure her abilities, but Julian insists that I don't cure metahumans, I arrest them. You know, being the typical dick that Julian is. But all this is going on. HR is also getting things set up for the Flash, well, not the Flash Museum, but the Star Labs Museum to open up. So this is going on. Barry is just getting more and more stressed about what's going to happen in the future. And as things start to unwind, including the revealing of Plunder, a very awesome bad guy in here, who, although he looks like a modern-day pirate or a wannabe Deathstroke, he's got a very cool gun with multiple types of shells that get fired out of the thing. You know, heat seekers, shockwave blast. Oh, this thing is a freaking cool gun. It's really cool. The thing is, it keeps having him flash back to his vision of the future. Eventually, he, after letting Plunder get away, he starts to confide to the team about what's going on here. Eventually, after Wally steps in and helps to capture the guy, he's freaking the hell out. He's just he's wanting to try to find out what's going to happen in the future. Meanwhile, HR is trying to open things up for the museum. The Cisco hologram is not working. Olga is apparently, you know, not speaking English, but she's helping out for things. The Star Labs opening does not really go very well. Apparently, people just don't want to touch the place with a 10-foot pole. So there's a lot of stress going on, needless to say. I mean, this is some serious things. Barry's worried about what's going to happen to Iris in the future, so he goes off on Wally. HR isn't being as helpful as he'd like to be, so Cisco goes off on him. There's a lot of that going on here in this. And meanwhile, Caitlin manages to try to go to Julian again to see what's going on, and eventually even offers to bring him into Team Star Labs so he would feel useful and be able to do things again. So eventually at the opening, Julian does come back and tells everybody that he's willing to accept their offer, an offer that Barry didn't know that was even made. Eventually Caitlin reveals it, and she admits that she is getting afraid that one day she's going to wake up and become Killer Frost again, and no one really wants that. Eventually also, Barry shows Iris the future headline and reveals the fact that he saw her die in about 4 months. A possible future, but he wants to try to change it. He asks HR about possible theories about, is time fixed, or can you actually alter things? When Wally ends up capturing Plunder. Barry freaks out because he's thinking that maybe this changes something up for Iris. But eventually he reveals it to everybody. So they start thinking, okay, if the future is something that they can witness and try to figure out what the pieces are, then maybe they can actually alter it enough to save Iris's life. I also like the little new opening bump there that right now the focus on this second half of this season is doing everything they can to save Iris from her fate. That is cool. I could have done without the Megatron roar of Savitar haunting Barry. It's kind of hard to be menacing when you look like you're here for Earth's Energon. I'm sorry. Anyway, so using Cisco's abilities, they vibed the future. They managed to check out things from the future ticker, including Joe getting an award, the Music Meister getting a 6-figure book deal, Star Labs museum closing, and Killer Frost is still at large. They're figuring if they can alter any of these events, then maybe they can actually change Iris's future. When Plunder ends up breaking out of prison again, they think, okay, it's time to put BS aside and we've got to capture this guy. So Wally attempts to do a Superman punch, kind of ironic, but kind of fails. He's prepared to let Barry handle it from here, but Barry finally gets back on the horse of being a hero and insists, look, Wally, if you have to be able to do this. If you're the one that stops him, then we can change the future and we can save Iris. So he manages to go in, take him down, and now Kid Flash is establishing himself as a hero of being more than just sitting on the sidelines. So that was really cool. So they have a housewarming party, including with a turtle, for Iris and Barry. Star Labs Museum starts to actually open up a bit to the public. The kids are starting to enjoy it, and hopefully it's going to start generating some revenue for everybody with the parents bringing their kids. So it ends on a high note and optimism for the future, and everyone has to watch out for what's happening on May 23rd. So that's probably going to be the season finale date, so keep an eye out for it. Will Iris die? Will she not? And the post-credits scene, we get to see a mysterious woman come through a portal, and she has a hologram of HR. So it looks like next week is going to be... Is that Gypsy? I mean, I want to think it's Gypsy. I'm not sure if it is or not, but a mysterious woman ends up challenging Cisco for trial by combat to the death. So Vibe's going to start to have to step up to the plate here. I think that this was a pretty decent episode to come back into. And it has all the drama and meat on the bones to it of a good soap opera with superpowers, but in a good way. Overall, I liked the episode. It was really starting to set a tone. And even though we're still trying to figure out what's going on with Savitar's identity, right now the race is on, literally, to save Iris's life. So there's urgency here. There is a sense of drama, but the show is still fun. It still has its lighthearted moments, as well as being serious, and it's still my favorite superhero show out there. So overall, this is a good way to come back. Except for the first few minutes where there was no freaking sound in my area. That sucked. Anyway, overall, I thought it was pretty darn good. So, what did you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe, share, pass this bad boy around. Sorry it's a little on the brief side today, but I just wanted to kind of bang this out here and take care of some stuff. And of course tonight, Arrow returns as well, so I'm going to have to get ready for doing my Arrow roasts again, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, please feel free to comment again. And for everybody that's been joining my channel recently because of the breaking news about Savitar's identity possibly being revealed on IMDb, thank you very much. Welcome. And I hope you're going to find some other things you really enjoy. Alright guys, till next time, Dave signing off. Peace. Yum yum.